Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's session. So on today's session, we're going to be mainly focusing on the theory of change of market character, how the market switches from a bullish trend to a bearish trend, how the market switches from a bearish trend to a bullish trend. So the first example that we're going to be using is what going to be NAS 100. As you can see that okay, NAS 100 has been a buying market for a long period of time. Understand? So firstly, what I do is that I can identify my properties. We have a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, and then a higher high, higher low. And then we also have a series of higher high, higher low here, higher high, higher low, and then a higher high, and then higher low. Understand? So this thing, it confirms to us what? It confirms to us that okay, we are on a series of an uptrend. The market breaks highs, and then it respects lows. So at this level here, we are able to see that okay, the market does what? Sorry about that, guys. As you can see that okay, at this level, that the market breaks this low here. So we have a top POS here. Understand? So this is where everything starts. And then the market fails to do what? The market fails to respect this change of this point of interest here, forcing us to create what? It forces us to mainly focus on a change of market character. So if you go to your 8-hour time frame here, because of that where I love to identify my POIs, you can see that okay, there was a supply level here. Understand? There was what? There was a supply level here. So which means that okay, at this level here, we have some sort of what? We have some sort of buy side liquidity at this level here. Understand? The market rejected in front of our point of interest. Understand? So we're supposed to have our first selling opportunities from this level here, pushing to the downside. Understand? So why are we having selling opportunities? Like I say, guys, it's always risky for you to have selling opportunities at this level because of what? Sometimes it happens that okay, the market will do it. The market will not respect this demand, this supply level here. Understand? But let's see what happens now. The market taps into that supply level and then it goes into quality profits. Understand? It goes into quality profits. Okay. So look what the market does afterwards. So the market does something that is interesting. Let's go to our daily time frame again. The market does something that is interesting. It breaks this low here. It breaks this low here, giving us what? A bottom BOS, right? It gives us a bottom BOS. And then at this top also here, it does what? It breaks this low here. So this is where everything confirms now that, okay, you know what? We are done with the buying opportunities. We are now going to start doing what? Pushing on a bearish trend because of what? You can see that, okay, you had this breakout of structure here. We had a top charge, a top breakout of structure. And then the market does what? It fails to respect that point of interest, giving us what? A change of market character. Instead, the market gives us what? A change of market character. So which means that, okay, we might expect the market to come to this point of interest here. And then this trade, it was what? It was a successful trade, as you can see. Okay, so we refer to that level here as what? As a mitigated order block here. As a mitigated order block. So we're going to have a point of interest as a supply at that level there. Then have a supply level there, and then let's see what the market does. So the market rises. Okay, here it failed to tap into a point of interest, but I'm sure on smaller time frames we are gonna be able to find some point of interest. As you can see that again, this is the point of interest that we were supposed to be using. So let's go back to our daily time frame. So don't forget to refine your entry point, guys. As you can see that okay, the market came and tapped into this point of interest here. So this is a confirmed trend now. So now we can be able to do what? To swing ourselves to the downside afterwards. Understand? So now the market does what? The market pushes beautifully to the downside. Understand? The market pushes beautifully to the downside. Understand? So which means that level also, it was what? That level there was also mitigated. Understand? This level here, it was also mitigated. It was mitigated. Understand? So mitigation also occurred there. So now we continue now. Is that okay? We can see that okay. Then guys, look at how the market switches. We're on a bullish trend, right? So now look at how the market switched from a bullish trend to a bearish trend. So we had a higher high here till the market switched that higher high to becoming higher low. A lower high, lower low, a lower high, and then we have okay. a lower low also here, and then you have a lower low, and then a lower high, and then a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, and then you have to wait for the market to come and create the lower high here. As you can see directly, we are waiting for the market to come and respect that point of interest there. So at this level here, you're gonna start looking for selling opportunities. You can see that okay, the market also ordered us with what? A terminal liquidity at that range there. The market gave us a terminal liquidity at that range there. So now let's see the market does what? It rises. Okay, it takes us out. Okay, which is fine, and then pushes by our direction. So sometimes it happens that okay, this is an indice. So this zone here, we mainly call it what? A supply and demand hand. You understand? Where the market goes into your supply, it takes it out, and then still moves by a direction. You understand? Because of you can see that okay, the previous point of interest, I'm sure that it was mitigated. You understand? But then it fails to respect this one. So most people here are gonna think that okay, the market did what it gave us what you call a charge or something. No, it's not a charge, guys. It happens that okay, sometimes the market will do such movements like this. You understand? So you need to be able to be fully knowledge about such information. You understand? As you can see that okay, the market does what afterwards pushes to the downside beautifully. You understand? And then hope you guys can now see how we switch our character from a bullish trend to a bearish trend. You understand how we moved from an unconfirmed trend to a confirmed trend. You understand an unconfirmed trend, it occurred when the market broke this low here. You understand till the market respected this point of interest, it went down and then gave us a confirmed once the market mitigated that point of interest. I mean that point of interest here, or the point of interest actually. So it mitigated this one here at the top, and then also came and mitigated this one here. You understand? So I guess this is how we move from a bullish trend to a bearish trend. So now let's go move from a bearish trend to a bullish trend. So we're just gonna go and check out on Euro USDJPY actually. So now let's just cut the market at this level here. So we can see that okay, the market was on a very structure, right? We had a lower low, a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then a lower low, a lower high, and then a lower low here. So on a downtrend, the market states that okay, we should always break lows and respect highs. So, but then unfortunately at this level here, the market did what? The market gave us a bottom VOS, and then it ended up doing what? Taking out this high here. So about that, it ended up taking out this high here, giving us what? The market ended up giving us a change of market character. Instead, here was a change of market character, favorite time frame, 8 hour, and then look what it does now. It gives us what? A point of interest here now. Instead, it gives us what? A point of interest here. So which means we're gonna have our first demand level at that level then. So which means this guy here is gonna act as what? Some sort of sell-side liquidity. Instead, the market will give us sell-side liquidity. So now let's see what's gonna happen. So the market does what? Comes back. Okay. Let's just give it some time to breathe. Then it taps into our POI. Instead, taps into our POI. Also created some sort of what? Created some sort of trend line liquidity here. Gave us the trend line liquidity here. Then it tapped into our POI. As it tapped into our POI, this means that okay, we might start pushing to the upside now. Then this means that okay, the market might be ready to push to the upside now. Okay, then the market does what? The market rises beautifully. The market rises beautifully. So now we are able to see that okay, this guy here is gonna switch now to becoming what? A higher low. So now we have what? We have our first higher high, first second high low, and then we have higher high there. Okay, so the market rises, okay, and then gives us what? High low, right? So which means that okay, at this level here we have what? A breakout structure at the top, a breakout structure at the top. Okay, and then we can have, let me just go check on D1. Okay, on daily time frames we don't have that. Let's go back to 8 hour now. Looking for a point of interest, but it's fine. So we can have these two guys as our point of interest, but then let's use this one as our demand level. So even this one is valid, so we'll see when it's valid. So the market pushes to the downside. Okay, finally respect what? It respects This one here, the one at the top. But I think, let me check something now. Just check something to prove that that one is the one that is valid, or it's not. Okay, let's just see everything. Fibonacci retracement from here to there. Yeah, it shows that okay, this one was supposed to be the valid point of interest. So now you have what? You have two trades that are locked now. So we have this trade here with a beautiful setup, and then we also have what? We also have a new trade now. Is then at that level there. So now we're gonna swing these trades now because of your switching trade. All these guys that are here, guys, all these guys that are here, they're gonna act as internal range liquidity, which means our main targets within these trades, our main targets are gonna be this high here. That's what we're targeting the market to go to. That's what we're targeting the market to go to. Okay, let me test the theory now. Okay, the market rises. The market beautifully rises. Then we get it. The thing that I love about it, throughout the process, it continues to do what? To prove that we are on a bullish trend. How does it prove that? Because it creates a high, and then it creates what? A high low. Even at this range here, look what happens. Let me just cut the charts for you guys. Let me just cut the charts for you guys. And then we have what? You can see that we can have what? We have a regular structure here at the top US, and then end up having what? We end up having this unmitigated order block here. We have an order block at this range here. You understand? So we have what? A demand level here. So which means we're gonna start doing what? We're gonna start taking our buying opportunities from this level, and then our SL just right there. And then our take profit is just gonna also be at that range there. Okay. So now let's see what's gonna happen. The market tapped into everything, goes into collective profits, and then it also comes back. It also comes back, but then it didn't hit this first target. So it went into collective profits, but then it ended up like, so technically you're supposed to have locked your profits or something by the time. But it's fine. Let's see what happens afterwards. So it continues to do it to push to the upside. Until it hasn't yet hit our target, but yeah, that's the idea that I wanted you guys to be able to do it, to see. That's the idea that I wanted you guys to be able to see that okay, this is how we switch from a bullish trend to that trend. Because of I personally feel like the reason why it came back here, it was because of what it had to come and fill that imbalance. You understand? So from this imbalance here on the 50% sniper entry point, we're supposed to have got this entry point to, because I didn't see it on a daily time frame. So our stop was just right there. So you're gonna take a negative one or break even here, and then you're gonna take this entry point and then push to the upside with it. So yeah, till the market did what? Till the market ended up hitting our targets. So yeah, guys, this is how you go about understanding the theory of what? The theory of a change of market character. Thank you, guys.